All right. So just to remind you again, thank you for being here and presenting these wonderful, amazing projects. If you missed them, my name is Donna. I'll be your moderator today. So each group project will have about 15 minutes total. I'll have my handy dandy timer here. So when it goes off, 15 minutes, that's it. And then I'm going to go ahead and introduce the next project. When you reach your last 5 minutes, I'll do a hand signal, say that's 5 minutes. If you don't see me, then I'm gonna go ahead and group message you or leave in the group chat that there's 5 minutes left. And if we can we all have our videos on to support each other? If you feel like your bandwidth is, you don't have enough bandwidth, enough Wi-Fi, you can definitely turn off your camera as well, okay? So let's go ahead and begin our presentation with Helpful Hands to House of Hope. Are you all ready so I can start the timer?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So let me take a look. Ellen, who's your brother that's hosting in here?
Justin Wang.
Justin Wang. Hello, Justin. Okay, let me go ahead and spotlight you and spotlight Justin. All right, let me start my timer. 15 minutes, go.
So Helpful Hands is a community youth program that my brother and I founded last year. And over the course of time, we have not only expanded our group, but also helped the community with many contributions. We're helping the local homeless shelter, House of Hope, and the children and families living there. We are not only involving and encouraging other youth volunteers to participate, but we're also building up the community. And we're so happy to see our program blossom and helping others in the community. So not everyone in our group was able to come. So then we created a video with a lot of our community members, and we will present that right now.
Hi, my name is Ellen Wong. I'm the founder of Helpful Hands. This is a group of students in Lexington from William Diamond Middle School, Jonas Clark Middle School, and Lexington High School. Over the past year, we had 3 major projects. The first one, our group sewed more than 1,500 cloth masks for the homeless shelter House of Hope in Lowell, Massachusetts. Our second major project was organizing a clothes drive for the teenagers at the shelter. We collected a total of 20 bags of clothes, which accounted for more than 300 pieces. Our final project was a fundraising yard sale. Using the money we fundraised, we purchased disinfectant wipes and aerosol sprays to help the shelter aid against the COVID-19 pandemic. Next, some of the members of Helpful Hands will describe our projects in more detail.
Hi, I'm Clara Fu. And I'm Sarah Fu. And we are with Helpful Hands. And one of our projects that we've been working on is since last summer and working up until now, we've made 1,500 cloth masks out of repurposed cotton fabric that we have donated to homeless shelters as well as the Cary Memorial Library.
I'm Zuyun Wang.
I'm Zuyang Wang.
So last year we attended several activities from Helpful Hands, and one of them includes collecting and donating the clothes to the teenagers in the shelter. What we did was we collected clothes from family, friends, and neighbors, and we sent them to the shelter after cleaning them. Helpful Hand last year was able to collect 20 bags, which is about 300 pieces of clothes, and we donate them to the teenagers in need.
It's our pleasure to help them.
Hi, my name is Laura and I'm part of Helpful Hands. My main role in this group is to design the posters, and I tried to make the posters very eye-catching, engaging, and colorful so as to encourage more people to attend and support our events. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Ivy.
And my name is Angela.
And Helpful Hands recently hosted a yard sale that we participated in which we were able to raise $560 for a homeless shelter to purchase cleaning supplies, which are essential to COVID-19 safety.
We were able to contact our neighbor and he generously accepted our request to use his building's parking lot as our yard sales location.
The yard sale lasted for 4 hours, and many Helpful Hands families donated their items, came to help set up and clean up, and we had a lot of fun. We acted as cashiers and held signs at the sidewalks to advertise for our yard sale, and we negotiated and talked to a lot of new people.
By joining the Helpful Hands Yard Sale project, we not only develop skills such as communication, negotiation, and planning, but more importantly, we also realize that the act of helping others is truly invaluable.
We hope to participate in activities similar to this one in the future, and we are truly grateful for the opportunities that Helpful Hands has provided for us.
Now that we have presented our video, my brother Justin will wrap up.
Helpful Hands was founded a year ago, starting with 2 members, my sister Ellen and I. Then it expanded to 4, then 6, and now we have 10 members. We conducted the activities with the intent to not only help the children at the shelter, but also to involve and encourage other teenagers to start getting involved in community service. After the September fundraising and yard sale, more young people showed interest to join us for future community service events. I'm happy to be part of it and hope more teens will participate and help people in need.
This is our presentation.
All right, thank you. That was a wonderful presentation. So we have about 10 minutes left. That gives you room for some questions. Does anyone go ahead, write in the chat or unmute yourself? Does anyone have questions for Helpful Hands? Marcia.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Marcia Galanco with APAPA. And I would like to ask the young leaders, first of all, I'm so impressed with this presentation because we in California, especially the Bay Area, we do have a lot of homeless situation. I wonder during your process, what kind of challenges you face and how do you overcome them? I like to learn and bring it back to my interns. Thank you.
Basically, in the beginning, one of our obstacles was like we didn't have enough people, and also so we didn't have enough people, so we created flyers and posters, and we sent this out in WeChat groups and on social media first to gather support and see if we could expand our group. And this was actually pretty successful as our group has expanded to more than 15 members. And then another obstacle we had was, so when we're making cloth masks for homeless shelters, you need a sewing machine to sew all the pieces together. But we had a bit of an issue that after we got a lot of members, we didn't have a sewing machine. However, again, we reached out to the community, and then actually through community service, you actually meet a lot of new people, and then you realize like, oh, even though it's like the pandemic and we're all going through a tough time, like people still have a huge heart to like help out. And so then we found some families that were willing to donate a sewing machine. So that sewing machine actually rotated through the group as we made the cloth masks. And regarding like sewing supplies, I actually reached out to the CEO of Joanne Fabrics, and we were able to get a donation of sewing supplies from them. So probably one of the lessons we learned is that don't be afraid to reach out, because this community is actually really kind. And although we help others, other people also help us. And it's not just the efforts of like one person or one group, but it's actually the efforts of a whole community.
Thank you.
That was a wonderful question. Do we have another question from the audience? If there's no questions, I do have one. Since you all have decided to use sewing machines, right? Was this a new skill set that members had to learn? Was it easy to learn? I just want to know the process.
Yeah, definitely. This was new even to me. I didn't sew that much before, but my mom and my grandmother did. So sometimes I would watch them. And for most members, it was like a really new process. But eventually I learned how to sew, and my brother actually filmed a video and a tutorial to how to sew these masks. And then we uploaded this onto YouTube, and then we sent it to the members in the group chat and others, so that if they wanted to, they could learn how to sew based on the tutorial that we made.
Thank you. Wow, that is a new skill set to learn. I would love to see that YouTube video and learn how to sew and make it a new hobby, right? Are there any other questions from the audience or comments? If not, can I have everyone in the audience give Helpful Hands a, clap, a woohoo, or in the chat, like great job. Yes, you all did amazing. Yes, thank you. Yes, you all did amazing, and just keep doing the work and inspiring other generations to keep going. I think you guys are doing a great thing for your community and learning new skills along the way. And I think it's also bonding time with what parents and grandparents as well, to learn how to sew. So that's really cool to get the older community to help out as well. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move forward with our next project. Let me go ahead and remove your spotlight real quick, Justin. If I can find you real quick. There we go. I think there. No, that's not it. Okay, I'll try again. Our next presentation, let me go ahead and end this real quick. Cancel that. Our next is Racing to Reach the Underserved by Apapa. I believe, are you all ready, Patrick? Spotlight, Patrick, awesome. Who else do we have from your team? Apapa. Am I spotlighting anybody? Is this you?
Sean and Winona.
Sean, there we go. Add spotlight, and there we go. All right, everyone, please welcome Apapa into our next group project presentation. I'm gonna go ahead and beginning the presentation starting right now at 15 minutes. Go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to our presentation, Racing to Reach the Underserved. My name is Patrick Bobby. I'm 16 years old. I'm a junior at Buckingham Collegiate Charter Academy, and I'm a 2021 Apapa Junior intern. Hello. Here to speak to you.
Hello, my name is Sean Bellamide. I'm a 15-year-old sophomore at Buckingham Collegiate Charter Academy, and I am a 2021 Apapa Junior intern.
Hello, my name is Winona Favi. I'm 14 years old. I'm a freshman at Buckingham Collegiate Charter Academy, a 2021 Apapa Junior intern, and the vice president for my high school video club.
An introduction of what's to come. What was the problem? What was the issue we were trying to fix? Who could fix the problem? Who could we turn to help us fix the issue? Where was the most need? Who was suffering the most? And where do we need the most help? How to solve the problem? How are we going to solve this issue? We'll show you the results at the end.
What was the problem? COVID-19 was the problem. It has shut down our communities. We were unable to visit our friends and family. And for almost the entire 2020 through 2021 school year, we were unable to go to in-person school.
We could not live life the way we used to do, without fear of getting sick and possibly dying. Many of us were living in isolation, seeing each other only through FaceTime, Zoom, or other platforms. Who can help? Many people were asking this question, and we thought that we could be the ones to solve it.
Working the problem, we wanted to be part of the solution in helping our community overcome the pandemic. We wanted to stop the spread of misinformation. We wanted to see our friends, our families, and see our community return back to normal. Once vaccinations became the clear method of fighting COVID, we knew that we needed to get the word out. To do that, we worked together at creating, recording, and distributing medically and scientifically accurate COVID-19 vaccination promotion videos. What was the greatest need? Our project focused on reaching out to the underserved and vulnerable populations during the COVID-19 pandemic, including the Asian Indian Sikh community, the Latino community, and teen populations.
We worked hard together to identify different approaches for different audiences. I created an animated short with a voiceover discussing safe and dental practices and different ways to help COVID. I had to appeal for a broad audience.
I presented a video explaining why I chose to get vaccinated to appeal to my older family members in my home.
I wanted to create a project that would appeal to students my age, so I felt suited to create a music video for promoting reasons to get vaccinated. We then drafted storyboards, created scripts, spent weeks and weeks and weeks recording, and then finally, we were able to distribute our medically and scientifically accurate COVID-19 vaccination promotion videos.
Putting our muscles to work. We also brought the muscle to support efforts on the ground to vaccinate these underserved groups by supporting and staffing 9 different mass vaccination clinics at schools, community centers, and malls, by managing and directing the vaccination lines, providing administrative support, and helping with logistics such as setting up and tearing down each event.
As you can see in these images, these are some examples of how we helped at the vaccination clinics. So on the left, you can see me setting up clipboards to hand out to people that were registering themselves to get vaccinated.
On the bottom, you can see me helping direct traffic. And as you can see in the picture, there's a lot of people that day. Around 1,000 people were vaccinated.
On the right, you can see me helping set up vaccination cards to hand out to the people.
We also shared information about upcoming local mass vaccination clinics where we volunteered with our friends. Seeing us as other young people at these events allowed them to overcome their fear and misinformation while encouraging them to become vaccinated. Putting it all together, the results.
So after staffing 9 different mass vaccination clinics at schools, community centers, and malls, we were
able to help vaccinate over 5,300 people. And today in Solano County, 245,000 people have been fully vaccinated.
Through our efforts, we know that we have contributed to make this number possible.
We can see the impact of our work, especially amongst our friends and their families. Through our creativity and our sweat, we have made a difference in our communities.
With a little patience, we can reach the underserved and succeed. This is our video.
Hey, so last year was pretty tough. We were kept apart from one another and had to stay inside for most of the year. To prevent the spread of COVID, especially with the rise of the new Delta variant, here are 5 ways you can prevent the spread. Number 1, social distance. Number 2, wear a mask. Number 3, get vaccinated. Number 4, don't touch your face with dirty hands. And number 5, isolate yourself if you feel sick. Now, with these 5 things, we can protect ourselves and one another from the spread of COVID-19. Thank you.
Hey, Sean. Now, you may be wondering, why should you get your COVID vaccine? Well, if you get vaccinated, it opens up a lot more of possibilities for you. For me, it allowed me to see my 2 baby cousins again, and it allowed me to go to Six Flags without any issues. Plus, it makes life a lot. Look, you should really get your vaccine.
COVID-19, be clean. Please get the vaccine.
Yeah, vaccine is long awaited. 50% of the US is vaccinated. Second shot and your vaccine is activated. Yeah.
My name is Patrick. I'm 16 and I got the COVID-19 vaccine. I'ma show up in a limousine. You should get the vaccine too, or else you're a fool. Don't listen to the lies, they're untrue. COVID is worse than the flu. If you're a lady and you wanna have a baby, maybe name the baby Katie. You get the vaccine safely. Mainly, you feel it faintly, but you'll thank your doctor very greatly. Yo. COVID-19, be clean. Please get the vaccine.
So that's our video. Next. And do you guys have any questions? Thank you.
Yes, questions. There are about 5 minutes left. And you guys can go ahead and write it in the group chat or unmute yourself and ask the question right away. No questions. Are any comments?
Yes. Miss Marcia.
Yes. Love to be the one giving comment. Congratulations to
Thank you.
Papa team. I'm so impressed with this video and the mission and the project that you 3 of you create with your team. I'm sure you go through some challenges. I love the song that you create, and it is very informative and very entertaining too. Make it very clear why we should take the vaccine, the vaccination. But I'm sure, you encounter, as in the real world, there's people who are opposing vaccination. How do you handle those opposition?
Oh, okay. That's a great question. We believe that the opposition can always be handled by education. So teaching people about like how the COVID-19 is actually safe for, vaccine is safe for you, and like it won't affect you and like in your daily life, besides the 3 days of side effects that you get from getting vaccination?
So during the process, did anybody come? I'm sure many people appreciate your work and thank you. Did you encounter people who come and say something negative about your project?
We have a great support system around us, and we didn't really encounter many people that were going to put us down. But one challenge that we faced was being young and volunteering for these vaccinations. Because people would always like undermine us or think that we weren't going to do as great of a job as these older people were. But we have been to 9 vaccination clinics, and by the 9th one, we were almost like running it. At the beginning, people were like, "Oh, you can just like, oh, look at these, give these papers to these people." But by the end, we were signing the vaccination cards, and we were like showing people where to go and like getting like hands-on with the community. We were telling everyone about like, oh, these are like some of the things that can come out of it and like why you should get it. So
Thank you, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
We have a question from Hugh Lee.
Yes, hi. Yeah, my name is Hugh Lee from Austin Chinese American Network. And first of all, congratulations to the 3 leaders here. And I think the projects that you undertook is very important and very timely. And we, as the previous questioner asked, that there's a lot of resistance and there's a lot of doubts and there's a lot of misinformation. So the objectives of your project, I highly commend you guys for undertaking that and for reaching out to the underserved, underprivileged communities. And I think those are the community that suffers most and with the most limited access to resources that they really need to overcome this pandemic. So thank you and congratulations. I do have a question though, as a project, how do you measure the impact itself? Like, do you have, do you do statistics like people you reached because they hear your voice or saw your videos and they made a change of mind and so reached this much people? So do you have a measure in terms of your impact?
Yeah, so we were able to go to 9 vaccination clinics, and throughout the 9 vaccination clinics, we were able to help 5,000 people get vaccinated. So, and yeah. And specifically, like in the smaller communities, like the Sikh community, we went to the temples and we were able to help vaccinate over 800 people there. And then for the teen populations, we went to the mall and we were able to vaccinate over 1,000 people.
And also, when we did vaccination clinics in high schools, we went to Vacaville High School and we held a clinic there. We were able to vaccinate around 1,000 people.
Yeah, that's awesome. But my question is, I think these people are coming in probably anyways, and of course it's great for your students to be there to help out and to complete that kind of vaccination rate. But my question really is towards of like how many people actually heard your message and made it change their mind and come to get vaccinated. Okay, that's where there's a lot of other channels that come into these communities as well, right? They might hear it from their friends, from TV, from radio, whatever, and they were going to come in anyways. Of course, as I said, getting them vaccinated by your help, you volunteering, that's great. That's great. But specifically to the project itself, how is it that maybe you have any examples of like someone who was initially hesitant and reluctant to come in, and you guys provided transportation or convincing and some sort to make that happen?
That's a good question, Hugh. We are time boundary now. That's it for APAPA Racing to Reach the Underserved. If you would like, we can have either the team write the answer in the group chat for you all, and we're going to go ahead and move forward to their next project. But
Sure.
overall, everyone did an amazing, and it was creative. Great job to Alpapa. Again, everyone go ahead and give them a hand, a rise together. I'm going to go ahead. We have our next project is Rise Together. I believe is going to be with Gloria. So I'm going to go ahead. Let me see. That's weird. There goes spotlight. Who else am I spotlighting as well?
Mindy and Xinyan.
Let's see. Do you all have your, oh, there we go, Mindy, there we go. And who else again?
Xinyan.
Is your name under Rise Together as well, Shiyuan?
Xinyan, yeah. Hers
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, let me try to find her real quick. Mindy. Can you help me locate you and put it in the group chat? Oh, actually, no, I see you now. There we go. Oh, and you disappeared again. Oh, no.
Should I just type my name in? Wait.
Oh, there we go. I found you.
Okay.
All right. All right, everyone, please congratulate and enter Rise Together. Go ahead and start your presentation.
Hi, can everyone see my screen? Yes, okay.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Gloria Wu. I am currently a sophomore at Westwood High School, and I love doing outdoor activities such as rock climbing and backpacking, and I am the leader of Rise Together.
Hi y'all, my name is Mindy and I'm a junior at Westwood High School. I moved from China about a year ago, and because of COVID, I haven't really been able to go out, but I've just been trying to make the most out of my life here in Austin at home. And some of the things I like doing include playing badminton, sewing clothes, and playing with my dog.
Hi, my name is Xinyan. I'm also a 10th grader at Westwood, and Rise Together is very special to me because over Corona, like I haven't really been able to get out much, and I only see my couple of friends ever so often. And Rise Together has given me and so many other kids the opportunity, so many great opportunities that I would have never imagined. So I'm really excited to share my presentation today. So our goals for Rise Together when we started this project was to provide underprivileged kids, basically kids with single parent, or the opportunity to participate in outdoor adventures that they otherwise would not have the chance to do so. And also we wanted to develop friendships and bridge the culture gap between Chinese Americans and other racial groups whom we normally don't form connection with. We have two major initiatives. Basically, we go on 2 outdoor adventures per year, one in the spring and also one in the summer. And we also do ongoing weekly fun activities with the underprivileged kids that we serve.
Rise Together's mission is to support and connect with underprivileged communities through ongoing initiatives led by ACAN Youth. We hope that every person, regardless of race, family, and economic background, can rise together. And for our key tenets, Rise Together is led by youth, and we hope to build connections between different groups of people and develop partnerships.
So like we mentioned in the last slide, one of our goals is to develop partnerships, and we are currently partnered with 3 different organizations, the first being ACAN, or Austin Chinese American Network. They are sort of our mother organization, and they're a local nonprofit, and they provide funding, project management, and mentorship for Rise Together. We are also partnered with Ascend Outdoor Adventures, which is a nonprofit adventure ministry, and they provide custom-built, challenging, and rewarding outdoor experiences. We've worked with Ascend to host outdoor trips for Rise Together, and they provide the technical part of our project. The third organization that we partner with is called Children of the King. They're also a local nonprofit. but they host after-school care for underprivileged kids in the area. They provide snacks, a hot meal, and playtime in a fun and safe family group setting multiple times a week. And so they serve kids around elementary school age or middle school age, some high schoolers even. And we go there every week to play with them, and they kind of provide access to the underprivileged community for us.
So this trip, Enchanted Rock, in April 2021 was our first Rise Together activity. So basically marked the start of our organization. Enchanted Rock is a state park, basically an hour away from Austin, which is where we are located. And on that trip, a total of 38 youth attended this. So 11 ACAN volunteers and 27 Children of the King kids. It was super well received. Even though it was the first time, it was a big hit and spots filled up in like a couple of hours. We had really cool activities like hiking, caving, rock climbing, and various sports and campfire time. And thanks to all ACAN volunteer donations and just donations in the community, all the Children of the King kids were able to go for free. This was one of my first camping trips I've ever been on, and I was really grateful to have such a great experience and meet so many amazing people. And it was just really fun overall, and I can say that for basically everyone who was there.
So other than the 2 major trips that we take every year, we also visit the center every Friday. And when we're there, we help out with adult chores like cooking dinner and cleaning up afterwards. Usually we just hang out and catch up with the kids, and we play activities like volleyball, Jenga, singing around the campfire, drawing, and a lot of other activities that we can do. And there are different activities every week, so everyone can find something that they like. And during these fun nights, we also have a lot of time to socialize and make new friends. And wherever I go, I think the best part is just learning about the lives of these kids, like their school life, their social life, and anything really, because it kind of opens my mind to how different people do things. And it's always a great environment and a perfect way to release stress for both adults and youth after a hard week.
So while our Enchanted Rock trip was more of a test run, we had another trip on a much bigger scale during the summer. We brought 51 people to New Mexico for a whole week, including 21 ACAN youth volunteers and 18 kids from Children of the King. Many of our activities were similar to the Enchanted Rock trip, such as hiking and rock climbing and rappelling, but we also included a service project, whitewater rafting, and lots of downtime for board games and hanging around the campfire. Like our last trip, this one was completely free for the underprivileged kids thanks to donations from ACAN volunteers and ACAN itself. And many youth had the chance to step up and lead. As you can see from the pictures, 2 of the campers took the time and either drew pictures of all the kids or took portrait pictures. And this camp was also very well received like the last one, but the spots filled up much quicker. Within 30 minutes, we already had a wait list. And although it was a much bigger challenge, it was really successful, and the struggle was definitely worth it.
Since the beginning of this project, we've sponsored 45 underprivileged children, and we've had over 50 volunteers from ACAN and just from the Austin area. There were over 3,000 hours spent on Project Rise Together and over $20,000 raised.
So here is a picture of one of the Children of the King kids. Her name is Kai, and she's also a high schooler around our age. She was at the Enchanted Rock trip, and we met her a lot on all the Friday events. And Kai became a very close friend to many of the ACAN youth since she was closer to our age. However, on the New Mexico trip, we got to learn more about her past, and it was really eye-opening for all of us. So on that trip, she opened up about her background, which was pretty sad. She said that her father left when she was young, and she lived as a homeless person for almost a decade, and it was hard for her to make friends since she moved around a lot. She said that when she arrived at Children of the King, she found a community that loved her like family, and Robert, the director there, was like a father figure in her life. For me and many of the other ACAN kids, it opened our eyes to a lot of suffering that we didn't really know existed. Like we knew it was there, but we never really experienced someone close to us who had it. And I remember that night we were sitting by the campfire listening to their stories, and I remember tears welling up in my eyes and seeing everyone else like really sad and other people crying too. I remember I felt extremely saddened by her story, but it also inspired me to keep working hard to help people like her. Because of experiences like these, us and the rest of the ACAN kids push ourselves even harder to contribute to our community and serve as much as we can.
So this young man is also from Children of the King. His name is DJ and he's around our age as well. And I first met him on the Enchanted Rock trip, and I had a very weird first impression of him because the first time I saw him, he was running around the campfire holding a burning marshmallow on a stick. But over that trip and over my weekly visits to Children of the King, I was able to become close friends with him. And it surprised me a bit because at first when I met him, he wasn't really friends with any of the other Children of the King kids because he wasn't really around their age. But he was able to fit in really well with the ACAN youth because there are people that he had more similarities with. Later on, Robert Hall, the director of Children of the King, shared with us that DJ felt like he never fit in before meeting us, but now he has more friends than he could have ever imagined.
We experienced many challenges going into our project since they're pretty big. First is fundraising. That was definitely a big one. Since we wanted to sponsor all the underprivileged kids, we had to raise a lot of money in a short amount of time. But through ACAN and community donations, thankfully we were able to make sure the trip got paid for the underprivileged kids. Also, logistics wise, getting like 50 something people to New Mexico was definitely a big challenge since we had a rental van problem, and like a week before the trip they canceled our rental and we ended up having to have parents drive minivans to take all of us. Lastly, of course, COVID. Since this project was started during the pandemic, we wanted to make sure that nobody got sick, so we made sure there were COVID protocols on all of our trips, and in the end, it all worked out.
Here's our leadership team, and of course, there are a lot of other people involved too, like all the volunteers that go with us, and there are so many enthusiastic youth volunteers who stepped up to the plate to make it all happen, and without every one of them, the project wouldn't be here today. We just want to have fun, learn from each other, and push each other to become better every day. Our team faced a lot of challenges throughout the year, with the main one being time management, because we try to have bi-weekly meetings where we just plan events, fundraise, and plan the next big trip, like the New Mexico trip or the Enchanted Rock trip. And but the thing is, like, we're all high school students and taking on a rigorous course load. But since we care so much about this project, we still try to make the time to work together and improve our project.
So this is a photo of all of the 51 people who went to New Mexico this summer. It was about 2 months after we started Project Rise Together, but we've already had tremendous progress. The connection we formed with all these kids pushes us to keep working hard to make Rise Together even bigger. So at this camp, we all met amazing people and formed forever friendships and came out of it with a new perspective on the world. We also hope that through this presentation, we can encourage others who might be watching at home to go out in their community and make a difference, no matter how big or small it may be. Thank you so much for listening to our presentation. If you have any questions or you live in our area, you want to volunteer or you want to donate, you can contact me here.
All right, with under 3 minutes left, is there one question or two that you would like to ask Rise Together? They did an amazing job on community. Or comment or anything?
What do you guys do to make sure it's COVID friendly?
Well, I believe all of our volunteers are vaccinated, and there's not really anything we can do to enforce vaccinations or masks for the other kids, but we encourage it and we make sure everyone's aware that some people aren't vaccinated. And so there's not really much we can do. We just know that everyone knows that there is a risk, as always. And obviously, if anyone's sick, we will pull them away from the project.
Any other questions we have for Rise Together? Or comments? Is there anything you guys want to end before we move on to the next project, Rise Together? All right, perfect. Everyone go ahead and, give a round of applause for Rise Together. They did an amazing job. We're gonna go ahead and go on to the next project, which is making Lexington a better place. Can I have who is gonna do presentation slides from this project group? So I can go ahead and make you a co-host. Are you guys there?
So Bao Liu is the one.
Yeah, I'm presenting.
Mhm.
I start now.
You're presenting. Okay, let me go ahead and spotlight. So, Byron, if I'm saying that right, am I making you co-host?
I
The
think
whole
so.
team will present together.
Yeah, there are also other people.
Okay.
Bao will make the slide transition. The whole team will present together. Thank you.
Yes, I just need someone who is going to take care of.
Yes, Bao will be the one.
Right, okay, perfect. So I have Trevor in here. All right, 1 second. Pretty much from everyone from Cal U STEM, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Accurate.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and add the spotlight. You all can go ahead and begin your presentation. I'm gonna start 15 minutes at right now.
CLA Award Showcase, making Lexington a better place.
So here we are, and our team members will briefly introduce themselves.
Hello, I'm David Zhao, and I'm a junior at Lexington High School.
My name is Gabriel Sui, and I'm a senior at Belmont High School.
My name is Ellen Wang. I'm a junior at Lexington High School.
My name is Frank Xia. I'm a senior at Lexington Christian Academy.
Zai, I'm a junior at Lexington High School.
And I'm Baoren Liu. I'm a sophomore at Lexington High School.
Hi, I'm Everest Yang, and I'm a junior at Lexington High School.
I'm Albert Lin, and I'm a senior at Lexington High School.
Next, we'll talk about who we are. We're a group of students passionate about computer science, and we want to contribute to our community using the skills that we learn together.
In this team, we emphasize collaboration, perseverance, and dedication.
We work efficiently together, gain the most from every learning experience, and make a difference in our communities.
Our mission is to strengthen the bonds of the community through the development of new real-world applicable computer science projects.
Here are our projects and experiences so far. First, we've helped create a website for the Harrington PTA. Next, we've done data analysis for the CEL, and finally, we've worked on a project called the Patriots Day Miles and Smiles.
So for Harrington PTA project, we made a website for the Harrington School PTA using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Bootstrap. And on the right side is the website we made. It's a vital connection for the parents to keep updated on what's happening, especially in the midst of the pandemic. The UI is user-friendly and it's responsive, so it looks nice on all devices.
So we started our first project, the Harrington PTA website, in September 2020, and we had to self-learn HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap under Professor Ding's guidance. So an effective method that we used was displaying to groups to complete individual parts of the project, which resulted in some type of team synergy as we learn more about computer science and strengthen our efficiency and communication skills, and also helping the community through making the website for the PTA. So soon enough, we eventually branched into more areas of CS while honing skills together as a team to ultimately build a successful website.
Our next project was the CEL Data Analysis Project. CEL stands for Community Endowment of Lexington. And this nonprofit enhances the quality of life for Lexington citizens. CEL awards grants to nonprofits and town agencies working in different areas, such as health, human services, arts and culture, the environment, and community building. CEL helps provide ways for donors to give back and leave a legacy, and also encourages innovative and collaborative solutions to problems facing in Lexington.
So the CEL provided us a spreadsheet of data for our team to interpret, and the results would help CEL establish nonprofits that needed economic support and which financial grants to approve. Our team used Python to code and analyze graph data while noticing trends and patterns. Team members would code individually and contribute ideas to each other over the weekend, which built a fundamental system allowing team members to help each other learn advanced Python libraries.
Using our data, the Community Endowment of Lexington designed a new application procedure and subsequently received a record number of applications for the 2021 grant cycle. The project was the result of close collaboration, with each person programmatically completing statistics that were eventually compiled into a final package. It therefore let us work closely with each other, improving our relationships and management skills. It's gratifying knowing that our work will have a lasting positive impact on the well-being of our community going forward through all of CEL's future efforts.
Our third and probably biggest project was the Patriots Day Miles and Smiles project. So our town government, the Lexington Town Government Celebration Committee, or the TCC, requested for our team to create a virtual Patriots Day event since we couldn't host one in real life due to COVID. So our team created a website using WordPress, and there were a couple main components. First, we allowed people to visit locations marked on a map that we created, which is the miles portion, and they could take pictures along the route with historic famous sites, which is the smiles portion. And we also created a voting system for everyone to upload their pictures of like the fun experience they had and of all the things they took pictures of, such as like the famous Lexington Minuteman statue, and other people could vote for photos they enjoyed. So overall, our team strengthened our communication skills and efficiency under critical time pressure because we had to create this project in less than a month since we had to finish it before Patriots Day.
One of the major components of this project that we used was interactive maps. This was essentially our solution to create this list of Patriot points and simultaneously present them in a fashion that was easy to access and understand. So we used the Google Custom Maps feature and set GPS locations for each of these Patriots points. For those that you can't find on Google Maps, we visited them ourselves and recorded down GPS data and created these points customly. It was so successful that the town of Lexington is now exploring new projects using this feature.
To recap, we had three main projects that helped the community. For the Harrington PTA website, the team created a new interface for the PTA to use and benefited thousands of elementary school parents around the town.
And for CL data analysis, our data analysis showed trends on how money was distributed, and Matplotlib was a key indicator that showed our visual data. And we also helped grant funds for many individualized communities and overall affected thousands of people.
Lastly was the Pages Day event. So our team successfully organized a series of fun activities for the Pages Day, especially during the COVID pandemic. This project not only helped the community celebrate its history, heritage, but also encouraged people to take walks and exercise outside with their friends and family. So overall, these 3 projects have significantly benefited tens of thousands of Lexington residents. We now thank the following groups for their support. The Harrington PTA, the Town Celebration Committee, the Community Endowment of Lexington, the Review Committee of the CLA Award, and the Chinese American Association of Lexington, or CAL. Thank you for watching our presentation. We'll take any questions now.
Amazing presentations. You can go ahead and stop sharing your screen if you would like, so we can go in gallery mode. Awesome. Are there any questions from the audience or any comments for our CalView STEM team? I would like to share, you guys did a great job. I want to ask, what were the challenges to put together this amazing project?
I guess for the Patriots Day Miles and Smiles project, so the town government actually requested for us to create a website since the Patriots Day parade couldn't be held in person due to COVID, right? So we had to create a virtual Patriots Day website, and we had less than a month to do this because we had to squeeze it like I think 2 weeks before Patriots Day to finalize everything. So during this time, our team leader Trevor spent a lot of time collaborating with our teammates, and we spent lots of hours per week trying to make the website as efficient and beneficial as possible.
Thank you. Do you have, yes, from Hugh Lee, we have a question. You're on mute.
Sorry about that. Again, congratulations. I think you guys did an amazing job in in all your 3 projects. My question related to the CEL project. I'm curious to know, like, how did the project come along itself? Like, do they contact you, or do you contact them, and who made the initiation, and then how does the project overall come together? Thank you.
I can help answer this question. So I think the unique characteristic of the team is that it's a close collaboration with the youth volunteers and adult volunteers. So then the people from different generations work together. So for the CEL, I'm the board member of the Community Endowment of Lexington, and in the same time, the mentor of the team. So what happened for the CEL is they're very good to help the local nonprofits. So they have tons of application data, but the CL board is really poor in computer science skills. So they have to manually process those data. And in the same time, things are mentoring the computer science team. And then for those young people, they want to learn the new programming skills to help CL to do data analysis. But then they don't really have the knowledge because they don't have the connection with the local nonprofits, and then they don't have the knowledge about the local nonprofit who really need help. So I think the amazing thing done by the Cal Youth team is they were able to work efficiently with the adult volunteers. So shoulder by shoulder together, they're able to help the CL to reach out to a pretty diversified nonprofits, especially during COVID-19. So we're able to efficiently reach out to the people who really need our help the most. And actually, this is to answer Donna's question is actually another big challenge for those young people is how can they communicate with adult volunteers? Because they're from different generations, they're different age groups, they have to understand each other. So, but the team has done a very good job.
Great, thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you. And your team has done an amazing job. Okay, I really liked the presentation done by your team.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. So we're gonna reach time boundary shortly at 1:20. Let's get a round of applause for everyone. You all did an amazing projects, presentations. Everyone did great. You guys are amazing. I can't say anything else. Our next time is going to be our break from 10:20 to 10:30. Let me go ahead and send you the link for our Google site. What we're going to have now is concurrent session B, which is talking about the organizations. So feel free to jump into any of the rooms you would like and see who you want to support or hear from or learn more about as well. So see you all in 10 minutes. Thank you.
So should we leave the Zoom meeting or should we wait here?
Let's see. Are you also in room 4 to present for your organization? Let me see. Let me pull this up real quick. So you can go back to the main room. So I sent out a Google link, so you get to choose any of the virtual rooms you want to go to and see which organizations you want to support.
So then when are we going to know the final awards, the announcement?
Yes. So if you go on the Google site, I will tell you that our awards ceremony will begin at 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock. Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.